Report a shot fired at officers trying to stop the vehicle. We have one officer shot.
We got shots fired. Sounded like an automatic firearm.
Copy, code red, shots fired.
We have an active shooter. We have an active shooter inside the warehouse.
Now it's Shots Fired with your hosts TJ Kirgin, Dinah Death Milberg, and the lovely Krystal Powers.
What's up, guys? I am not sick, Glock, and cold. I know that is shocking to hear. I am, however, Alex, Dinah Death Milberg. Joined with me today is the one and the only... Well, fine, I'll go to her.
Ladies first.
That giggling you hear is Krystal Powers. She is back.
I'm back. Woo woo.
We thought you broke up with us.
Yeah.
No, I've just been really retardedly busy.
Yeah.
Can I still say that word?
We know what it means.
Wow. I will hold that against you.
Okay? You don't have personal issues at all. Man, that one you hear with his insecurities noticeable over the radio is the notorious FDE.
Mr. Chris. Hello. Welcome back. No, yeah, TJ was speculating where you've been and like when you broke up with us, what we said that caused it. So we didn't.
We just assumed it was him. Let's just be honest. We assumed it was him, and we understood, so we moved on. Sorry.
Okay, I have so many questions. Did you finish the Sweet 16?
No, we've got it narrowed down to 4.
4.
Oh, okay.
So the week before we forgot all the stuff, and then last week we
I have all
forgot
of the information
again.
on my phone.
Oh,
P.S.
What does that mean?
How can you even read this?
Are those his notes?
We just got past notes.
This could be notes or hieroglyphics or the scribbles of a
Madmen.
Asian 2-year-old.
My doctor writes more legibly than that.
No, I think I didn't read this actually. All right, so the Mark 48 made it on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wait. Let me consult my notes here because I have to update this.
You're like 4 weeks behind, Krystal.
Yeah, well, that's why I have to update it.
We'll just stop the whole show and wait on you. It's cool.
No, that's cool.
Go ahead.
No, you're talking while looking. So, Mark 48, that's the belt-fed 7.62 by 51, aka Trio Hate.
Okay.
It's a machine gun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The 11.5
These are
5.56 Recce.
all yours. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Turns out I almost know what I'm talking about.
MP5? Did that one make it?
Of course.
Okay, so
your AA12. Your AA12 made it.
Booyah.
Yeah. So those are the 4 guns we're at. We'll hold off till the return of Sig, Glock, and Colt.
The Jedi. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, you're not very Jedi if none of his guns made it. Just saying. I can say that because he's not here.
Okay, so we're not finishing
vacation.
that.
He is. Yeah.
He's on vacation.
Again.
That's
I've
rude.
heard of that thing before.
How dare he?
Vacation? Is that what they say? Yeah. I've heard of it.
Yeah. It's a thing.
So I hear. I've been told.
Never seen one.
Yeah. Didn't you just get back from Florida?
I was working.
Okay?
Yeah, it's true.
But you look
You weren't
really
vacationing.
tan and very happy. So it must have been
I spent an hour
too
in
bad.
traffic to and from work every day in beautiful Orlando.
That sounds like LA.
So I got
don't know.
a sweet suntan working sitting on the bike.
Compare your left and right arm. Let me see. Oh yeah, for
I will
sure.
say this: Highway 4, having been in LA traffic and Orlando traffic, not quite as bad as LA, but 100 times worse drivers.
That's an interesting.
Yeah.
I don't think there's necessarily bad drivers in LA. They're just entitled.
Yes. So with Orlando, the issue is because of the park with the mouse and the gays.
Can't say that.
I just did.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay. Disney can't sue me. I really don't have all that much. So they attract worldwide people.
Mm-hmm.
So you have people from every country on the planet
I will
renting
say,
a car.
Yes.
And going, cool, I'm going to drive like I'm back home, except they're not.
And to top it all off, they don't know where they are, so they drive slower because that's what people do when they
or
don't know
100
where they're
miles
going.
an hour and then randomly slam on the brakes or do this number. If you didn't see what I just did, I mockingly jerked a steering wheel randomly to the right extremely hard, going through 5 lanes in 1.1 seconds.
Just so you don't miss the exit.
Yeah.
There'll be another 1.5 miles.
Would that be accurate?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
My favorite thing in Florida, and I don't want to get off on our sub-tangent here, is, because I know we squirrel, is right before the exit ramp, the 7 cars that have to get on the exit ramp. So they drive across
every time
the triangle part where you're not supposed to drive. You just see cars just dive bombing. It looks like the pits at NASCAR.
Oh,
that's usually the one for the Magic Kingdom. That Magic Kingdom exit is the worst.
It's exit 65.
Yes. Oh, I hate that.
That sounds like really exciting to be on the other side of the freeway. I don't know. No, on the other side of the freeway.
That's
with,
the weird thing.
Just park and watch people.
There is no good side. It's the only highway I've ever been on. There is no good side. It's not like eastbound's okay, but west isn't, or north is okay, but south. No, both directions equally suck.
Okay.
Yeah, the only thing that's good about that exit 65 is that there's like a half a mile or something long straightaway before like a real nice corner, so you can really get your bike going real fast.
Yes, this is true.
And then hit the corner in a full lead.
I know exactly what you're talking about too.
So
if I don't come back, that's what happens.
So you brought your bike there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What do you ride?
Yamaha XSR 900, like a retro bike.
Nice.
It's fun. Now it's getting tuned, so it's down at QuickTime.
Yeah.
So
should be fun. He does good work.
He's gonna do some good work on it. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. And then I'll be back down there working in the shop in Orlando.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Dang.
It's impressive. It's
we're hiring.
Yeah. If anybody who's obviously listening to this is in Missouri and Illinois, but
and wants to move to Florida.
Illinois. Well, this is a podcast too, so there could be somebody from Illinois listening.
Yeah.
You never know.
Orlando, Florida. Yeah. You said Illinois.
Florida. Same thing.
It's not. Whoa. Wow.
No. I said Missouri and Illinois listening, but because it's a podcast, they could be in Florida technically.
All right. So, do you got your guns pulled up? I
don't. We're not going to pick any, but
we're not doing it though.
Yeah, it was the Mark 48.
We're holding off.
I was filling her in.
Okay.
11.5 MP5K and her AA12 did make it. I believe your AA12 won honestly out of sex appeal, and even though it was after the fact, TJ converted me on it due to one thing I didn't think of, and that will be if it's the Chinese invasion, the use of drones, and I didn't have a single shotgun listed. Shooting drones out of the air with the AA12.
Yeah,
you can't really. It's much more difficult to do with a pistol or a rifle. So the only one I lost on was the Barrett MRAD. I accept that. That's fine. Everything else on there I would love. That was just kind of an added, hey, let's get a long range guy. Whatever. I'm fine. 3 of my 4 made it. But your AA12 progressed on. Anybody who doesn't know what that is, we actually have a video. If you look up our official YouTube channel, there should be video of us running it. It is a fantastic...
But not me.
No, you did not go to SHOT Show with us, unfortunately.
I did not.
You would have had fun.
I don't know where you could even go to rent an AA12.
They're defunct now. Yeah. The ATF raided them and took everything, which we will get more in an ATF here. Let's just dive into it now. Yeah. So, gun news. The ATF is going after 2 individuals for 42 years, I believe.
Yeah, something like that.
Basically business cards.
What?
Yeah, this is... Now, I agree with TJ. TJ had some thoughts on this, that the guys were idiots. I get where he's coming from. There's 2 sides, so we'll kind of play both sides to it. So, just to give everybody listening a little review on it before we dive in and go into the break. CRS Firearms channel and the auto keycard situation. A guy named Matthew Hoover started out on YouTube as a Type 7 FFL holder, so I believe that's manufacturer. And another guy, Christopher Irvin, started making these key cards. All it was is it's literally like a stainless steel business card with the outlines for an AR-15 Lightning link on them.
Oh.
If you don't know what that is basically a workaround piece. I'm not going to get into the full week because I don't even want to deal with you or teaching or instructing, but it is a device you can make yourself to drop into your AR to make your AR go full auto.
Sneaky.
Last time I checked, and correct me if I'm wrong, it is not illegal to have that. It is not illegal to possess that. It's where they can get you on is if you have constructive intent or if you actually put it in and manufacture a machine gun. that's where you can get in trouble. So,
do you even want to go into how lightly engraved the cutouts were on the key card? Like, they weren't all the way through. They weren't even like...
No, I mean, it looked like... It was just a cool... I would consider that a novelty little card. Like, it was just cool.
It's like... It's about the thickness of a key card, or of a business card. It's a little thicker than your normal business card. Maybe your white bone, whatever.
Yeah.
It has small scratch outlines of, the full auto wall hooks, the wall hangers.
Yeah.
The fun things.
I mean, I honestly thought that would have been cool to have on a business card. Like, have your one side your business card information, and then the rest just a paper outline of that.
Yeah.
We'll get more into this case and how it's developing after this break and go pay some bills. But it's pretty interesting and just more overstep and overreach of the ATF, turning people into criminals who aren't criminals. Maybe not the brightest light in the sky, but not criminals. We'll be right back after this break. What's up, guys? We are back, and we are discussing auto key cards is what this is. So if you're unfamiliar, there is two individuals facing about 42 years in prison each over these auto key cards. What an auto key card is they basically took a stainless steel credit card or business card and did the diagram engraved of a lightning link. A lightning link is a little device you can make and put in an AR-15 to make it full auto. So these two guys who made them, here's the deal with them. Apparently, they made these key cards with the outlines for the lightning link on them. He then sponsored the CRS Firearms channel on YouTube and advertised these as pen holders and bottle openers. Apparently, he allegedly got ATF permission for the cards. That this was not a restricted device. This didn't make it a machine gun. However, just like the ATF constantly does, the regulator changed its tune. They changed their mind, decided to wait, it is part of a machine gun, arrested the two men in 2021, and prosecuted them for transferring unregistered machine guns and money laundering.
Yeah, I saw that last. that very last charge.
They fought them, and of course they lost. It's an interesting case. TJ was talking to me about this before the show, and I agree. Would us knowingly mess with anything like that, try to sell that? No, I would not want anything to do with that.
Well, I mean, it is poking the bear.
It 100% is.
You're dancing on a razor edge, but the thing is that it does show that they're out of control, because
they can just change things and change their tune at whim, and you find out when you get arrested.
Yeah, these cards aren't even to the point where you could push your thumb down on them hard and pop a link out.
If it was like, if like the model planes where you get two little tiny bits holding on, keeping it in, you push that out with your thumb, bend here, and you've made it in. Okay, I get that, but
they're not perforated.
You would have had to have done some machining yourself
to get this done.
Yeah,
you'd have to get the bandsaw out, cut your card in half to free them.
Basically, this was nothing more than engraved diagrams.
Yeah.
And where does it stop then? Because we're trying to find the business, but there is a company currently now doing, I believe it was 80%, or no, lower receivers.
It was lower receivers.
It was lower receivers, and on the box that the lower receiver ships with, it has the diagrams of your lower receiver with the third pinhole added. And they gave the measurements of that.
So, I mean,
it's on the box. It's just part of the advertising, and they're advertising a cool machine gun logo.
You'd have to get some scissors and cut it out. But, I mean, it's no difference than, hey, I have a hacksaw at home. I have an old double-barrel shotgun.
Yeah.
Do I have a short-barrel shotgun?
Where does it stop? If I drew the diagrams of a third pinhole on a piece of paper, would I be in possession of constructive intent of a machine gun right now? According to the ATF, possibly.
So it's what the issue is it's a slide scale of we enforce when we think we're going to enforce the law.
Just out of curiosity,
and
did this guy have...
there's another train derailment.
Oh, I love when that happens.
What's up?
Does this guy have a lot of followers on YouTube? I'm wondering how much
he's got a pretty
weight
large
that
channel.
carries.
He's very outspoken, and he has been in the past very outspoken.
I'm sure this helped. Pretty decent. 945 videos, 181,000 subscribers.
That's not like a crazy amount, though.
He's very informative. I mean, he's got a good channel. There's nothing. He doesn't like go off the rails. He doesn't start talking about the frogs being gay or anything like that.
Right.
He's very informative. Just comes up with this is what you're doing, and he shows what he's working on. But it's kind of crazy that just having that and then making the card seems like they're looking for somebody to spank the head of.
Right.
Essentially.
Yeah, the gloves seem to be off with the ATF. Like, it almost seems like this administration can't get any quote-unquote wins for gun regulations this year, or at all, or wins anywhere, or with anything. So they're just going to let the ATF do whatever they want and run rampant and unchecked. Again, last time I checked, they weren't a legislative branch. They were just an enforcement of current laws. But this new vague area where they can kind of dictate and change meanings and terminology. I mean, we can agree the definition here. Talk for a minute while I pull this up. I'm going to look up the textbook definition of a machine gun.
So one of the things that is kind of cool that's going on right now is Missouri is standing behind and basically doubling down on not helping the ATF. Their federal.
Yes.
Did you see that?
I did.
Okay.
Which really only means they're not going to assist, but they're not going to stop feds either, right?
Yeah, it does mean that, but it means that the information that shouldn't be going to the federal government, say your CCW information, your firearms information from the gun stores, those aren't going to be able to be federally gotten. They can't request those. Mm-hmm. And that essentially is going to be a huge win for personal security, mm-hmm. Personal anonymity, essentially.
Right.
So people aren't you're not gonna have to worry about the government having a full spreadsheet of who's got the guns in your town and where they live, which is what they did in I want to say the Netherlands after that church shooting.
Yes.
So they went house to house, and since they had everybody's records, mm-hmm. they could easily find everybody that owned a gun, and they turned in the guns basically overnight.
That's what the record's for, isn't it?
Yep.
So, according to the ATF, defined in 26 USC 5845B of the National Firearms Act, it states that, where is it? Anything that fires more than one shot by a single function of the trigger is a machine gun. Single function being single pull. Everything out there, including the bump stock, still required a pull. It says more than one pull.
It says single function.
Yeah.
I mean, with this type of stuff, you have to define every single word.
What is function?
Exactly.
That's where they're using that vague gray area to just kind of interpret it however they want. I mean, it's
there's pluses and minuses to that because it works both ways. Sadly, you just have to be able to argue your case.
I think the most frustrating thing about it is the fact that almost every single one of these items have had previous determination letters from the ATF themselves stating they were illegal.
Huh.
The pistol braces, the wide open trigger, the RFT trigger, all those had previous letters from the ATF stating that our research and development has checked into this, we've looked into this, our lawyers have looked into this, and deemed this is legal. Here's a letter that your brace comes with stating we accept this. This is a pistol. This does not make it an SBR.
So keep your paperwork.
Yeah, well, now they're saying it doesn't matter. Wait, we changed our minds. It is, in fact, now an SBR because we said so. Even though the previous paperwork from us says it's okay, please ignore that. That no longer counts. We'll be right back after this break to hear us rant about the ATF even more. Jerry.
Stop. No.
We had to. Apparently on the news it just came over Jerry Springer died. However, this is airing Saturday, so everybody already knows that, so it's not as funny. But it's still funny here, so I don't really care. So,
I mean, will the Ku Klux Klan and the Black Panthers ever become friends? We will never find out on the next episode of Jerry Springer.
No.
Because he's dead.
No, I'm still wondering if... No, wait, no, that was Geraldo.
Man, that was like a portion of our childhood growing up. I don't know about you. Well,
I
you
never
didn't watch
watched
TV.
Jerry Springer?
Anyways. Yeah.
I
never
for
watched
sure.
Jerry Springer.
You know, it's funny when my husband told me that this morning that he died, and my daughter was listening. She's like, "Who's that?" And I was like, He was a talk show host who changed television for the worse. I didn't know how to put it. Like, how do you tell a kid?
He single-handedly ruined TV.
He was a shock show.
Yeah.
It was a shock show.
Yeah. That's fair.
Was he the first?
One of them,
Yeah.
I mean, Montel, kind of.
Yeah.
Because, like, at the beginning, didn't it used to be, like, somewhat conversational and not just all crazy people screaming and jumping around?
I don't know. I think it
and
was.
now that's all we have.
Kinda,
I know.
I found out my boyfriend's really a horse in disguise.
Yeah.
That was,
You saw that one too?
The pinnacle of Jerry Springer.
So, Lightning Links, full auto. So, continuing on with this current administration's going after firearm rights left and right. Washington,
you can no longer
the state, not D.C. or Missouri.
They have law Tuesday that
state.
bans sales, manufacturing, and the distribution of more than 50 specific types of semi-automatic firearms. In addition, these models, the ban applies to all semi-automatic rifles less than 30 inches in length, as well as other semi-automatic firearms with features such as thumbhole stocks and additional hand grips. So if you have more than one hand grip on your rifle, it makes about as much sense as it does to me.
Wow, yes, everybody knows if you have multiple grips so you can safely use your firearm, that makes an assault rifle.
Why this matters, I'm just reading down the news article. Officials around the country have faced calls to crack down on AR-15s and other military-style rifles, which could be used in some of the deadliest mass shootings in the past decades, including the school shooting in... Oh, that's cool. They use Uvalde, Texas, is one of the reasons why they want to ban this gun.
Uvalde?
Uvalde?
Oh, yeah, sorry, Uvalde.
You butchered that one, bro.
Yeah, man, I've been butchering that name.
Did they use an AR?
Well, no, I don't remember.
Not that matters anymore.
Well, oh yeah, and he had a pistol too.
Yeah.
But you would think after Uvalde they would see that they should ban police officers going into schools, because that's not healthy things either.
Oh, well, I mean, it did at the church or the school in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Those two dudes.
Yep.
They made it. Her was very quickly. Very quickly. Well done for them.
So this is saying that you can't have anything shorter than 30 inches?
Yeah, it makes it an assault weapon.
Yeah.
So can you just somehow lengthen your gun and all of a sudden it's fine?
Yes. Actually, no, you can. You could just build a different upper and it'd be fine.
But what's crazy is that
30 inch, that's like anything under...
yeah.
Basically, if it's under a 14.5, it's a no-go.
Yeah. So anything like 14.5.
No AR pistols at all. Not even without a bracer or anything now.
Your regular 16 inchers are still going to be the same, but I think you have to throw on, what do they call those now? A heritage stock? It's basically the regular rifle stock. It doesn't have a pistol grip on it.
Yeah.
But the funny thing is that this is Washington, so you know what company is in Washington, right?
Aero Precision.
You know who can't ship their lowers to their own locals?
Aero Precision. Aero Precision has actually released a press statement stating the fact that they're trying to figure out what to do, but for now, I'm sorry, we can't ship our products to customers in our own state or sell to our own state. Maybe it's time for you to leave. And honestly, like, that's one thing I've been wondering with Aero Precision for a while. This isn't shocking news for Washington. Like, I'm honestly shocked it took this long for them to pass something like this, considering it's just as bad of a liberal hippie commune as like Southern California is. Probably worse, actually. Actually, yeah, it's probably worse.
I know more hippies with guns than I do liberals.
Yeah, but you hang out with those different hippies.
Yeah, they're different hippies.
They just want to be left alone and don't trust the government. Those hippies are cool.
It's like authentic hippie.
Yeah.
The Ruby Ridge kind of hippies.
Yeah. Yeah, let's manufacture our own short barrels. Screw the ATF type of hippies.
It's not intent. It's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in the good old days.
So one of the...
Not these fancy newfangled soy-eating hippies.
Yeah. So they're hoping that this will help with some of the gun violence in Washington, which we know it won't, because the bad people will still have guns, and the good people will then become bad people.
I mean, if I was a bad guy, I would increase my violence, because now no one can do anything about it.
They wanted to... Who says this? Who is they? What they are saying. I love how the news says... what they are saying. I don't know who this they is.
They, them.
They, them says that they are not intimidated by the NRA. Oh, Inslee. Somebody named Inslee.
Ah, yes.
Said that. So they're not intimidated by the NRA, which is great because I don't think anybody's intimidated by the NRA anymore.
No.
Hopefully, I know that gun policy has already thrown their lawyers at it.
I'm sure GOA will as well.
Yeah, they already filed their lawsuits. I saw that. They filed one this week for New York as well, I believe.
I would encourage Aero Precision, not that they listen to this nor care about my opinion, but I don't care anyways. Maybe move out of Washington State and move to a state that actually appreciates. Move to Florida.
Does voting with your dollar still work?
You know, ballistic
Yes.
advantage.
Does it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Does it still work?
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you're a big company like Aero Precision, can you call your mayor and say, hey, I employ X amount of employees.
It's worth a try.
I bring X amount of money to your area. I pay X amount
They're
of
a
taxes.
big place.
Well, I know.
I mean, they own Ballistic Advantage, so my thought is go join Ballistic Advantage in Florida.
Yeah.
Get out of Washington. Why are you in Washington anyways? It sucks.
It's
it
so
rains.
easy to say, but it's so hard to do to just pick up and leave.
No, it's not. They have
my
bajillions of dollars. They could be moved in a day. Everyone knows rich people can do things faster than normal
people. We'll
people.
get our pods and we'll just start potting up everything.
Yeah, it's that easy.
Fine.
It's just machinery and tooling.
Yeah.
And an entire warehouse.
And
But,
finding
I mean,
a
legitimately,
location.
this should have been done a long time ago. Like, why they're still in Washington is beyond me. This was a no-brainer.
Yeah. Well, they had no reason to leave. They had no real direct reason to leave.
Other than seeing the trend and knowing this was bound to happen.
Which is something you're seeing more, is that people are not doing anything until it's directly a problem for them. And by then, that's applying the brakes after you've already been in the accident.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't really do
Good
anything.
analogy.
Thank you.
I mean, look at it too, dude. This is kind of worrisome. This is now the 10th state
Yeah.
to do some sort of assault weapons ban. This is gaining ground. If people just keep ignoring it, it's going to keep going. This isn't going away anytime soon, especially with Captain I don't know where I am announcing his run for the 2024 ice cream ambassador.
Who do you have for the who are you voting? Not voting, but
Cthulhu.
Who do you have picked?
Cthulhu.
Cthulhu?
Yeah.
Who else thinks going to run?
They're
DeSantis?
saying DeSantis is
Maybe
supposed
Trump.
to announce it mid-May.
What about
Trump if he doesn't catch charges.
RFK?
Who?
Kennedy?
It automatically despises the name, so there's that part. But no, he's funny. I know that much.
Are we talking about the same person?
The Republican?
No, he's a Democrat.
Oh, that one. There's two. There's a Republican one who's conservative and is hilarious and roasts the liberals on a regular basis.
I don't know anything about that
What's
one.
his first name? I'm going blank. I just know he is hysterical. He's like this southern old man who just roasts the liberals left and right.
No, Robert Kennedy is...
Oh, yeah, no, that dude's a scumbag.
No, he is not a scumbag. He is a Democrat, but he's not a liberal. And he is...
Is he a politician? He's a scumbag.
That's fair. But he's super vocal when it comes to medical freedom.
John Neely Kennedy.
Yeah, that's who
he's
I'm
talking
thinking
about.
of.
No idea. Never heard of him.
Watch some of his videos. That dude is ruthless. No mercy in his dojo.
I think he's a very kindly old man looking gentleman, John Neely. I'm trying to pull up I almost guarantee that if you saw his face, you'd know exactly who he was.
The problem is I think everything is so screwed up right now and gone so far gone. There is no remote chance that a politician, keyword a politician, is going to fix anything.
Well, I never assumed that was ever the case.
It's not part of the plan.
That sounds slightly like that one phrase from that one group of people. Just follow the plan. I can't.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to be a conspiracy theorist, but at this point, I feel like 100% it's not part of the plan. Most likely, the outcome of the next election has already been decided about 2 years ago.
Oh, I definitely agree with that.
And I'm sure there's going to be
are selected.
something
Yeah.
to occur.
I don't know.
Something.
I just view it all as theater now.
Yeah.
Like, how entertaining can we be? How riled up can we get people?
We're like a hybrid of the movie Idiocracy and 1984.
Yeah.
And Mad Max, but with trannies. That's basically... Would you say that's accurate? That's what we're living in?
Don't rope me into this whatsoever. I have no idea what's going on anymore. I stopped watching the news and paying attention fully unless it has to do with this show, because when I do these podcasts, this is the stuff that keeps me up at night.
Yeah.
It's scary.
You're aware Bud Light made a Manshi can, right?
No.
Yeah.
What's a Manshi can?
That's exactly what they did. It's got a Manshi. You've heard of a Banshee? This is Manshi.
They took
dude
Dylan
chick.
Mulvaney.
Oh, no, yeah, I knew about that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Yingling said we're American. They're smart.
Okay, did you know that Yingling has been around for over 100 years?
Heck,
and
yes,
they are
I do.
just
Because of their
It's one of the world's oldest
Really?
breweries. Heck yeah, it is.
Okay.
It tastes awesome.
That's what it is like.
On that note,
I've never heard of it before, like a month ago,
good stuff.
and
it's because it wasn't in
people
the
are
Midwest.
crazy
It
about
just
it.
came into the Midwest.
Okay.
So I never bought into the whole Yingling thing. I tried it once before. I'm not a lager type of guy.
People get like weird about it.
Yes. No, like borderline culty.
Yeah.
I did not understand it till this. You're going to find this gross, but just bear with me here. They make a Hershey's edition.
Oh my gosh.
That I cannot begin to describe how delicious it is. And here's how I found out.
I can. Alcoholic Yoo-hoo.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Drew and I are like,
So on the Marine Corps birthday, we did a video, and right during that time period, Justin, one of our employees, came back with a case of this stuff when he was in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
So for the Marine Corps birthday, as a joke, I did a video, and I had just gotten back from the gym. I made a protein shake, and instead of milk or water, I used a Hershey's Yingling.
Protein.
interesting.
It was delicious. I don't understand. I'm like, I'm going to want to throw up drinking this. And it ended up being absolutely delicious. It was like a alcohol chocolate malt. That's what it tasted like. It was mind-blowingly good. And like in the video, my response was genuine. I'm like, this is actually fantastic.
Alcoholic chalky milk.
So that is now my go-to protein shake after the gym is a Hershey's Yingling milk. No, I'm kidding.
I would believe it. I don't know.
They are delicious. We have 2 more sitting at the shop, and if Rachel doesn't take hers home, I'm going to snag one soon because they're delicious.
Yeah, I'll probably gonna grab a bunch when I go back to Florida.
We got to take a break. We'll be right back after this last break. So, talked about the ATF. Going in line with the ATF and that sort of genre.
People that dress like girls and shoot dogs.
Boom. Trans. Been some...
That's perfect.
It makes sense, right? So, just when I think the trans community and these laws are screaming out, first of all, I'm confused what rights they're missing that everybody else has that they don't have. I don't understand that. They keep talking about this trans genocide. Who's been running around killing all the trans? I'm confused by that.
The trans
last time I checked,
themselves?
they kill themselves.
Yeah.
So, don't really see that argument.
You're confused, they're confused, everybody's confused.
Yeah.
I'm not confused, for the record.
I'm
just
with you on
pissed
that
off.
one. I understand completely. So, Washington has now passed a bill that if you do not allow your kids to transition, you can be arrested and have your kids taken away from you?
I don't have any kids, but
that could go bad.
That's interesting.
Of course, they can come take your kids now since you can't have assault rifles.
Yeah. But
assault rifle, bad. Let your kid be a tranny when they also think they want to be a unicorn or Peter Pan. Okay.
So is this just, do they just want to keep you from telling your kid you can't do it, or do they want to keep you from, telling your kid he can't go to the doctor and cut off his?
Yes.
Yeah.
Both.
Well, at a certain age, I think you should be able to, as a parent, maybe step in and be the thought or hand or foot of reason.
Nope, government says you can't.
Well, that's because they want that job.
Yeah, exactly. So here's the deal. Here's where I'm kind of confused.
They're my hellspawn. I can beat them if I want.
Hello, Chris.
Hi.
I am 12 years old.
Yes.
I would like to go get a tattoo. Oh, no, can't get one. Can't get one.
Do that.
No. Okay, Chris. I am 12. I would like to go buy a pack of cigarettes.
No, you can't do that.
Damn.
Not even a pod.
Hi, Chris. I am 12. I would like to exercise my constitutional right to vote.
You cannot vote at 12.
Why not?
Because you're too young to make a decision.
Huh. Hey, I'm 12. I'd like to join the military.
Can't do that either.
Weird.
Too young to die for your country.
I'm 12. I'd like to go learn how to drive and get my driver's license.
Nope. Can't trust you on the roads.
Huh. Hey, I'm 12. I would like to make a life-altering decision and cut my genitals off.
Make a cosmetic.
That's okay.
Yeah. That will completely alter me for the rest of my life.
Didn't you used to have
Oh, yeah, here. Fine, bud. Good for you. You're so brave. What the... Seriously, that's where we're at right now?
I want to say there used
Sorry
to
to
be
rant, just like that's where my mind is blown.
Rant.
Like,
Keep ranting.
Because you couldn't... I remember there was a point in time where you couldn't take your child to a plastic surgeon unless they had like an accident or something to get like plastic surgery. You couldn't do selective plastic surgery on a child, and there were reasons for that.
The literal argument with tattoos is at 17 you have to get a parental write-off because it's a permanent thing.
Which isn't even that permanent anymore.
No, you can get a lasered off or covered up. I have a whole bunch of them. I've switched before. I have a cover-up of a cover-up on a cover-up.
I've seen it.
Yeah. And it still is okay.
Very soon, it's going to be just a black dot.
Yes. But, I mean, seriously. And then when states like Florida want to pass a law stating that anyone who is a pedo gets the death sentence, they're saying that this is the worst thing ever. And I'm so confused by the world right now.
I'm really wondering if the greatest generation is going to live to see the time where all these 12-year-olds who have made either mistakes or who live to regret their decisions become unhinged, unbalanced, and start really screwing up this country.
Yeah, and that's what's coming next. That's the frightening part. Is where does this stop? I mean, where are we headed with all this?
I want to say that even our biggest trans icon, who I would say is the gentleman who was in the Olympics, and then Jenner.
Jenner?
Yeah. He even said
Bruce Wayne Jenner.
Yeah. He said he doesn't believe that kids should be getting transitional surgery, and that is a full-grown trans.
Also a staunch conservative.
Also an Olympian.
Yeah.
Who has one hell of a golf swing.
Really? I did not know
you should
that.
see him do it in a skirt. It's disturbing.
Yeah.
Why did you say that?
Thanks, bud.
Watch a lot of YouTube.
Oh my God. Oh no.
Call Fitzkill.
From everything I hear, you want to find out what the cause of all this is and where it's headed, and interesting ideological look at the whole thing. Go watch the movie Nefarious, that apparently the liberals are extremely hesitant to have people go see.
Oh, I saw something about this, but I didn't know anything about the movie. What's it about?
So it's kind of like an Exorcist movie. It's a guy who's on death row, and I still haven't seen the movie because it takes 3 acts of Congress and an act of 2 foreign governments for us to be able to go see movies. Then it's like, yeah.
Okay.
It's only airing at like certain theaters at odd times, like 2:00 in the afternoon on a Thursday. But basically, this guy claims that he is, I don't know if it's demon possessed or actually a demon himself. And then goes into his argument where they go to prove that he's just somebody with psychological issues, and then he argues the opposite, that this is real, and starts going into, apparently it's a very, people go into it thinking it's a horror movie, and turns out it's a very, very anti-woke movie.
Oh, interesting.
And really exposes that whole movement for what it is. I don't know, it's just every single day something happens that blows my mind. That whole article about Washington passing a bill to take children away if you won't go with them wanting to change, I thought it was a joke. I thought it was like Babylon Bee or satire or something. That's the day we live in right now, where I can't tell what is just demented jokes or actually really happening.
And now with Tucker Carlson leaving Fox, we're even more lost in the dark.
I still don't know what the move behind that one is, considering that's going to kill their viewership. What little viewership they had left. I'm pretty sure it was just to watch Carl.
I think it was because of his stances. And I think we're going to find...
Probably.
No, this is Aaron.
I mean, it's no secret Fox is not as conservative as they say.
Yeah. Well, I know since this is going to air on Saturday, there's going to be more information out. But I was watching some info on it last night on one of my YouTubers that I follow, and he was saying that it was having a lot to do with the stances he took on the most recent elections, as well as the
Dominion.
Yeah, the Dominion voting stuff. It was his stances on Dominion, and that's their...
Which is worrisome right now, considering there was just a major loss.
What was the major loss?
What was it, $7 billion or some exorbitant amount of a lawsuit between Fox News and Dominion over, was it defamation?
Yeah, defamation.
For their accusations of Dominion defrauding and rigging the election, and they won. So Fox has to pay, it's something like $7 billion.
$787.5 million. That's a lot.
Not quite $7 billion, but still a lot of cash.
Over defamation charges, the ultimate cost of media and company is probably going to be much lower. And this was Tuesday this week. They said that Fox News had baselessly accused the company of rigging its voting machines against former President Trump.
Wait, wasn't there proof of that?
Yeah, I was going to say, it's not exactly baseless at all.
So Fox can deduct the Dominion settlement from its income taxes as an expense necessary for the cost of doing business. So they are going to get a tax write-off for this money, which is cool, because lying to people is the cost of doing business when you work with the media. Or falsifying information.
That's key to note there.
The key is that the payments are being made to private parties and not at the behest of the government. Then you can pretty much conclude without any fear of contradiction that the payment will be deductible. So since they're not paying the government back directly, they can definitely do it as a tax write-off. So it seems like they might actually be coming out a little bit ahead in this.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was reading this morning
Unless it was done on purpose to do so.
BlackRock owns 7% of Dominion. So how does that tie in?
Don't they also own Fox? So they sued themselves.
Just a little transfer,
to get a tax write-off,
transfer of money. Yeah.
Shh, that's how you get suicided. Oh, shut up, Chris.
Sorry.
Well, we'll see you guys next week, sans Chris, since he will probably be suicided. So, Chris, anything you'd like to state so we know it wasn't on purpose?
I feel good, and I don't know if the brakes on my vehicles work, because I do them myself.
And with that, it was nice knowing you. We will see you guys next week, hopefully all of us.
Hopefully, yeah.
Take it easy, guys. Thanks for listening.